Hola, hola, buenos días. Bienvenidos otra vez a mi channel, a mi canal de YouTube. Muchas gracias por estar aquí. Thank you, thank you. Hoy en California hace una calor. Oh, toda esta semana ha hecho mucho calor. Bueno, pues les quería decir que el Nike After Dark Tour de 2026 ya fue anunciado aquí en LA. And we're going to be running another half marathon. We are ready. Incredibly excited. And all I hope is that I have a better training experience this time around because last year I was injured and I didn't really have enough time to really train. After I got injured, I was training, then I got injured last year, and then I took a break, and then I had like maybe 4 weeks or 3 weeks to train before the half marathon. Technically, I feel like I was winging it. I couldn't train that much because again I was injured. I have sciatica now, and this year otra vez I have muscle tension to tightness right here. So I'm applying this that my doctor prescribed me with. So hopefully that gets better. So when that race comes along, I am in better conditions. I hope I am because last year was incredible. It was a little bit disorganized, like I mentioned in another video. But I'm excited. I want to do it again. I want to do it with, I told one of my cousins to join me so we can both do it this time around. So we'll see. Me voy a poner un poquito de lipstick, ya que estamos aquí grabando. Mm, Este sabor, esta es la colaboración de Tajín y So Very Beauty. También tengo el chamoy que es para los cachetitos that I did my face with already today. All of Very Beauty today. I want to show you all something. Like I remodeled my room again. I remodeled my little tiny little sanctuary, my space. And this is my little wall dedicated to my chihuahua. She passed away. It's going to be about 2 years now. And then there's her little altar right there. Maybe 2 years in April. She was my soul dog. She my very first dog. No. That I ever had. And she was incredible. I want us to sit down and give us and have updates of each other. A lot has happened. I started with my career. It hit me really hard. I was, well, terminated. There's no nice way to say it. It's terminated, but the way that everything went down was super unfair. I feel like it was like that, and I'm processing a lot. I'm still going to therapy for me to process it because the way that things happened, it was super unfair. And I thought the reflection, the conclusion was that I thought I was a problem. They made me feel like I was a problem, but it wasn't like that. The problems are very internal, and for them, I have interviewed about 8 times now so far, and I'm actively applying for jobs. I don't know where I will end. I never thought I will be in this spot ever in my life because since I was very little, desde muy chiquita, siempre hemos estado like go, 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 go. That has always been our mantra. Our to go, 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 que sigamos. Don't take a break. And even now that I'm unemployed, I feel guilty to have so much time to dedicate it to myself and to do all the hobbies that I wish I wanted that I couldn't do before, and realizing that I had forgot about myself because I let work consumed me completely. It's just been a roller coaster, and if it wasn't for my therapist, I wouldn't be able to process this kind of like smoother in a sense. She's providing me with the tools that are working for me, las herramientas of mindful breathingness, other techniques that make me happy, not people pleasing anymore, setting boundaries and seeing things for how they are, and learning how to differentiate too. When we talk to other people that are different from us, especially since we live in a very cultural um, dynamics in our families, learning how to differentiate your beliefs, your morals, your boundaries, and theirs, respect it both ways. I think I've learned how to do that throughout these sessions, and I'm hoping I hear back from some companies so I can get a job again. I want to get back on my feet because it's horrible not having income or a source of income. I do have a couple savings, but again, I am gonna run out, and that is something I don't want it to happen. But we are trying to stay positive through it all. Hoping this doesn't, this experience and this bump that I have right now in my career doesn't last forever. And also, too, a lot of stuff has been going on with my parents, the relationships too, that I had mentioned that me and my dad we haven't talked for. I mean, our relationship isn't great,
Emotional damage.
which led to me having a lot of daddy issues and abandonment issues. And now we are working through it. We have better communication. We are talking more. I'm able to communicate little by little, opening up to him, decirle todas las cosas que yo siento que él necesita saber. Él también me dice las cosas. I'm getting to know him as well, like more than just the, very small memories that I have of him. He is sober now, and he's dealing with his own health conditions as well, diabetes. And I'm trying to help here and there because, again, over there in Mexico, it's not free. Nothing is free, and it's just been incredible. Like, just the fact that now as an adult, we're able to work on that relationship, and him getting to know me as not just his daughter, but as person who I am. Um, Impulsive. I get angry sometimes, and I want him to know me in my bad days and in my good days. And also, I like to know I'm the type of daughter or sister that asks those type of questions of like, ¿Y cómo eras cuando eras joven? ¿Con cuántas engañaste a mi mamá? ¿Dónde están tus cariñosas? Those little things like that. With my mom too. So I'm just like, ay, ya vas a empezar con esas questions. But I'm that type of person. I love storytelling. Another thing, break. Yo digo, les quería enseñar esto, mire. Eso me lo compré cuando fui a mi carrera de 5K de Día de los Muertos en la Plaza Alvera. En 2000. Yes, my dad is a campesino, and I feel like sometimes I was a campesina in my other life. For those rodeos and stuff, and andar allá en los terrenos. And yeah, it gives me a lot of positive energy, positive vibe, and a reminder of my dad, of course. And it's sometimes I feel like I'm like a little girl when I talk to him because I get to tell him a lot of things that I was afraid that maybe I was going to get rejected from him, that because it was out of fear for me to open up to him. And we have been very open. I mean, of course, he also has his boundaries, and I respect them as well. And he's learning how to see mine, and it's incredible. I never thought I would get the chance as I got older, because again, a relationship, I think it works both ways. Both people have to be willing to do the work, and that's one of the biggest factors that I think that's why we are where we are. me and my dad, where now I feel more comfortable picking up the phone and calling him, knowing that he's going to be on the other side of the phone and that he's going to talk to me. I was sitting with this feeling of I have a dad. I can pick up the phone and say I can call dad. It feels weird to say it. And you know what's one of oh sorry, never mind. One of the most interesting things that I found is when we started talking again, como que he wanted to say at the end of the call, like, te quiero mucho, hija, something like that. But he wouldn't say it at the beginning until we started talking more. Then it was when, like, I wanted to say it too, but I felt odd of, like, I don't know who's going to say it, you or me. And then after a few calls, he was like, okay, pues cuídate mucho, te quiero mucho. And to me, that meant the world because to me, it feels new because again, my dad, I haven't seen him physically for years now, more than a decade. Communication from a distance, it's hard. It's hard because there's distance in between. My sister's relationship with him is different because she can go and come back now, so they're able to build that. I just have that, technological relationship with him that one way or another is helping us come together. I don't know how it'll be if we are able to see each other again, in person. But there's just a lot of work still to be done, and I'm grateful for that opportunity. That's why I also took a break from the podcast that I have, the Vulnerable Latina podcast, the little mini YouTube vlogs, because I was confused. I was questioning a lot. And this time, after my experience with this organization, I have a lot of downtime where I have been reflecting. I have been asking myself questions a lot, seeing things from a different perspective that helps me ask questions and learn that stupid questions are not stupid questions. They're questions. Kind of like respect the questions because questions brings you to something else. Me with the questions. Bien filosófica. Pero sí, hay que aprender también. Yo he aprendido a pedir ayuda. Antes no pedía ayuda, and that was in my home seen as a weakness, as a vulnerability that shouldn't be there. But for me, asking for help is like, no, I need help. I know I can do it. I know I'm capable, but sometimes asking for help doesn't hurt. One of my friends has been helping me a lot with job searching and studying for that job because there's certain things that I'm not that familiar with just yet from the job that I want to apply to, but she is because she already is in that industry. So asking for help, and she's willing, and she said yes. She has been going with me to study and asking me questions and area questions that are preparing me and make me more confident when going into the interview. So I'm very grateful for that, to have that support, my family support too, and explaining to them like, damn, this job market is really hard. Is really hard. It's really hard to find a job. Even this one, I did 3 rounds for this job, and then at the end they were like, "Well, we might need a fourth," and I'm like, "A fourth interview?" I did three, and each three was like 45 minutes. What else do you need for me? For me to just get hired? So those are, and then the other one, another organization that I did three. I did probably well, it was a pre-screening. Then one was with the hiring manager. Then it was with the HR person, and then it was with the manager too. So it was four. I did four for that organization, and I ended up being ghosted. Like, que pedo? Like, you could just tell me like, hey, we're not hiring for that position anymore, or like, thank you, but no. Instead of just ghosting me. The last thing I heard was that they were waiting on one person and that they wanted to look into a bigger pool of candidates. And that was it. And that they had to put a pause on the position, but that they would keep me updated. But I haven't received anything. I got completely ghosted on that one, which is a bummer. It hurts more than when a lover ghosts you. No, on a serious note, I mean, for me at least, it felt like that because ghosted. And then the other organization I did one interview. I did the pre-screening and then I did the interview, and they asked for my unofficial transcripts from the university that I went to. And they said that they were gonna get back to me, and I haven't heard back. I also followed up with them through email. Of course, I'm like, I need it. I need to get hired, and I haven't received anything. I am trying. I'm actively looking. I'm actively looking, but it's difficult. I never thought I was gonna be in this position, but again, like I mentioned, I'm trying to stay positive. I am dedicating more time to things that I didn't have time. The biggest shock I think with me in therapy that I realized is that I had forgotten about myself because I let myself be consumed by work. And now I'm back to reading, which is something that I will enjoy a lot. Um, before everything, before life got so busy, and now I'm able to learn again and experience how that feels again, nourish my mind, share that with my friends, be myself and not focus too much on people pleasing. I felt like that was one of the biggest issues when going to therapy. I mean, it still is here and there, but I'm trying to work through it with kindness and with empathy. I'm trying to lead with that with all my relationships within my family and everything else in the world too. Empowering others, I think that is crucial, especially during these times, because a lot of stuff is happening in our community, in the workforce. Wanted to just do a little mini vlog about just a quick update. Also, I want to thank everybody. We are 900 subscribers in YouTube. Oi, oi, oi. That is amazing, incredible. When I started doing YouTube years ago, I saw this goal far, far away. I was like, nah, a person that looks like me, a person that talks like me, it's not gonna be like a thing for people to want to subscribe. And again, that's my negative mentality that I've been working in therapy to get it. I'm confident, but at the same time my anxiety and my overthinking comes in like a flood, and I battle it. And now we are more than 900 subscribers. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I It's just been a whole experience for me, for myself. I am planning to do more content for sure, not just shorts on YouTube. If y'all can just watch my other YouTube videos too. I mean, some of them are pretty old because they're when I was younger. Some are recent from my podcast, they're little mini vlogs, but I am planning on getting back on it and creating more content. I don't know if you all have ideas too of what kind of content maybe I should do. I'm just a regular person too. Very calm too. I'm not like spontaneous. Like I'm just a girl, I'm just a woman in this society trying to make it. And creating content brings me joy. I really enjoy it. I'm very happy when I do it. But yes, oh my god, this lipstick from Rare Beauty de Tajin, it's incredible. I like it. I also have the blush and their bronzer too. Everything is Rare Beauty except the foundation. The foundation is I don't remember, but the foundation is from one of them. I recently got it too because I ran out of the Rare Beauty one, the one that had the sun SPF. But yes, and look at that little cuadrito too that I was gifted from my cousin that painted that because my dog passed away, like I mentioned before, and she recreated a picture that I have with her when I'm carrying her after a run. But she's mad. A lot has happened, and I don't share much about my personal stuff that's been going on online much because again it's one of those situations where it's kind of like, is it really happening to me? Is this a nightmare? But no, like, girl, wake up, it is happening and it is happening now. Y nada más we're just trying to sobresalir and make the best out of it. But yeah, stay tuned for more content, and if you all have ideas or suggestions of what I should create, I don't know, let me know too. Y hasta la próxima.